Yes, if I confirm, it's your boy Foxy P in the building. I like your boy. The chopper of them and the fryer of plantain. Yes, 1995, 1999 Gidigbo champion. The first Igbo governor of Lagos State. But say yes, can I say yes, we fit. Yes, for that confirms your top Foxy P in the building. I like your boy chopper of them and the fryer of plantain. 1996, 1999 Gidigbo champion for a sort of Lagos State. Anointed by the Most High God to be the first Igbo governor of Lagos State. Obama say yes, can I say yes, we fit. Confirm. Welcome once again to another amazing episode of the Africa Today show. Appreciate the fact that you guys are here joining me on this wonderful day of our Lord, Tuesday, August 12th, 2014. Confirm. I'm going to jump right into it, ladies and gentlemen, so I don't waste none of your time. The first story I want to touch on, this thing has already been on BBC, it's been on Huffington Post, it's been even Bella Nigeria even carried it, but none other than our own Elizabeth Rhymin. I ain't calling him, hit me or say, Father, I want you to come and talk about this thing because this thing happened. I say, yes, Father, confirm. Ginger. Basically, it's about this one young guy. This boy is a 19-year-old boy. His name is Matthew Lane Dunham. As soon as I get that name, Matthew Lane Dunham, I say, no! Anytime Oyibo people call you by your three name, you know you're in deep trouble. Confirm. This boy now went and go and do volunteer kind of work in Kenya in an orphanage and everything else, missionary work, and then they come and find out this boy is there. He is doing some things. What is he doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? This boy is staying with them. It's his third time he's going to the orphanage. He's staying with them inside the Adubo, sleeping with the children and everything else. The workers are there like, these children are walking out, they're walking kind of cookie, their leg is not complete. What's going on? Something is wrong, something is wrong. They ask the children, why? What's wrong with you? Why are you walking like this? This bros here is touching me at night. This boy is a pervert. He's sexually molesting these children. So basically, Kenya government are now allowing him to escape. But escape, come all the way back to the US. One of the good things about US government is that they have laws that there's certain crime that you commit in another country. Forget about extradition. They will try you here for those crimes. Some of those crimes are like war crimes, which is why Charles Taylor Pekin is here in jail in America for things that he did in Liberia. Confirmed. That's one. Another thing is sexual crime. So if they do all this kind of pedophile kind of stuff, they created down for those people that do like sexual tourists. They be flying to places like Thailand. You'll be seeing that they be going there and having sex with small children. It's gonna be like 5-year-old, like, oh, that 4-year-old, she's sexy, she's looking at me good, I think she want me. Yeah, those kind of guys that do that, they catch them, they can prove that the reason why he went to that foreign country is to go and penetrate the underage child. And you come back to America, wow, they'll catch you, they'll come put you in jail for a year. So basically, they're trying the guy. So now, this is supposed to be an open and shut case. Why is it open and shut? Basically because when he was there in Kenya, the children, their finger and say, that's your guy that finger house. The owner of the place said, did you touch these children? Did you penetrate these children? He said, yes, I did. He broke down. They have the confession that he signed and everything else. Now, this boy has come in American court. His lawyer came out and said, no, that confession that he has seen, no, it's not me that put the confession, no, because no, it's not me. I'm telling you, those people, they did something to me. It was like they did some juju, then jazz me, they voodoo me. I didn't know when I did that confession. I say, Father, haba. I've seen where the jazz boys, they go inside their marrow room, go obtain gold, can't give person to say. They come there and say, you know what, turn around, just be walking, be counting. When you count up to 500 street lights, you can stop. And hey, I've seen that on confirm. But I've never seen where they jazz somebody to go and start penetrating shrines. Never. So you guilty, you guilty, you guilty. I'm going to be following that story, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to let you know. The WAEC result for 2014 has come out, confirmed, and there is general massive failure. Across the board, general massive failure. First of all, before we even go into the failure side of things, 8% of the result that come to almost 145,000 shrines, your result has been cancelled. You have done all kinds of abomination inside, checking expo, collecting cheap tools, copying for somebody, using machinery, all those things that you did. Guess what? Your result is now in pit toilet, inside latrine, inside shalanga. You're never going to see it again, confirm. So just go and collect GC form, quick, and sew new uniform so you can do SSC next year, because it's babash. There's nothing is going to happen for you. Your result is gone. That's it, done. However, they now found out that only 31% of the remaining students got 5 credits that include maths and English. How? 31%. Only 31%. Can you imagine that? Out of all the people that sat for WAEC this year, only 31% will have their maths and English. Almost 500,000. So what about the rest? The rest students. What's going to happen to them? That's almost like over 1 million of them now. They don't have their maths and English. Can you imagine? They don't have their maths and English. So forget about taking jam. Forget about entering inside any kind of school. But guess what? The ones that their parents have money, what are they going to do? They're going to take that SAT. You know, SAT is just like junior WAEC. Very easy, very straight to the point. You're going to see them in American colleges. Yeah, it's going to happen. Like you say that for Jan, confirm. While the ones that don't have no nothing, you're not going to go nowhere. You're going to be in uni home. Uni home is the University of Home. You stay in your house, you'll be eating bread and sardine every day, confirm. To the next year. To the next year, why? Now, this one got me very intrigued. In 2012, they said only 38% of the students got at least 5 credits that include maths and English. 2013, only 34% got their credits that include maths and English 5. Now, 2014 is only 31%. Question now is this. We're recording this thing now. We're seeing a downward trend. We're seeing that the percentage of students that are succeeding in this WAEC is opposite to fuel prices. But what are we doing about it? Nothing. I've not seen anybody come out and say, oh, the educational minister, in order to combat what's going on, where people are not passing, we're going to do A, we're going to do B, we're going to do C. They're not doing nothing. We're not doing nothing. We're just going to be there. Is it our 4 to 19%? Is that what we're going to do? Before we now come and do something. Nothing being done. I'm telling you, that's why sometimes it's very hard to report on things happening in Nigeria, because if you're looking at, okay, let me talk about the problem, then let me talk about the solution that's going in, and you're like, what's the solution? Okay, there's no solution. Oh, we'll send more coppers to those. It's crazy, man. What are we doing? What are we doing to safeguard these children so that they don't stay in uni home? At least you can enter inside one polytechnic and just be chilling. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, Ebola is killing people deadly in West Africa right now. But I want to report something that I found was very, very interesting. Number one, we've definitely seen that the rate of death has definitely slowed down. You know, people are taking a lot more care. You know, from what they're saying, they said 60% of new infections that happen with Ebola is with the disposal of the burial of the person as mud. So they say, don't be spending too much time burying the person on mud, the person on dig hole, put them inside, cover and cut out. That's it. Don't be washing the body, don't be doing all kind of things. It's a contact with that dead body that's causing a lot of problems. But you're seeing a lot of places like, you know, in Liberia, for instance, they're beginning to dump the bodies. Dumping them where? Dumping them in river. Maybe this village, you know, say, okay, person on there of Ebola, we put that inside the river. Next village, they don't know. They'll come where they fetch their water. You know how the village water is. One village will say, okay, now here with the bath, now here with the washing hand, now here with the wash cloth, now here with the fetch water. But the river is still going downstream. So the other village don't know all the shit and all the mess and all the quiet water that's coming inside, including Ebola. So we have to be very, very careful. If you have any relatives, let them know. Please take it easy. You know. Also, another thing I found was commendable is the fact that out of the 10 established cases of Ebola in Nigeria, 2 are in mud. The 2 mud, that guy will come from Liberia, the American guy that flew in from Liberia, you guys have been following that story, you know for a fact, one big rock guy come in, and then the nurse that took care of him when it first happened, you know, she said on mud too, but the remaining 8 haven't died. So Kokoro Haka for doing what they're doing, they're trying really, really hard to contain that thing. It's not an easy thing to do. Unfortunately, the nurse died recently, and then, you know, Nigerian news, they're carrying the news that, oh, the body was not buried, the body was burnt. It was burnt to ashes. I said, no, it wasn't burnt to ashes, not be suya. The woman was cremated. Let's take it easy. They go just turn everything into like saying a war front, like saying a bomb. She was burnt to ashes. Like say the woman arm robber. No, she was cremated. It's something that people do. Me myself personally, I know that when I'm mud, I want me to cremate me. I don't want me to, no, don't buy big land to bury me. No. Cremate means I want small kunkum like this. Hopefully, they go fit me inside one alamo bitters bottle like this. They just hold me for like they just carry me go Niger. Talking about things that's killing people deadly. It's going to Boko Haram. I don't know whether you guys are following this story, but in Kano State, the military people recently, they did something amazing. They caught this one guy who is in charge of training the female suicide bombers. I don't know whether you guys are following the story, but apparently the past 4 or 5 suicide bombers have all been women. All been women aged between 13 and 25. Young babies, young women, you know. And they caught this guy with these young girls, 16 of them. He's going to one training them on how they're going to move and designate to enter the place where they can say Allahu Akbar and boo. Just blow themselves like banger. So, but what I thought was interesting was this. They're saying that it's possible that these girls that they found, these 16 girls that were still in training to become suicide bombers, that they might be part of those girls that are in Chibok that were kidnapped and taken into the forest. And I was not like, wow. You know this thing, I've been telling you since, we cannot be looking at these Boko Haram guys like they are unintelligent, they are stupid. No, you can't do that. You have to understand, number 1, they're Nigerian. Number 2, they're intelligent, they're smart. For them to survive for this long against the military, they're smart, they know what they're doing. So we're looking at them like, oh, they're just going to take those girls. Hey, they don't rape those girls. So, oh, they don't give all those girls beleo. Forgetting that they can be turning these girls mentally. These are young girls, very impressionable. It's not that hard. If you tell me, say, look, I'm not going to give you food until you tell me you love me. I don't give you food until you tell me you love me. Until you tell me you love Allah. until you tell me say you hate all the infidel, I don't give you food chop. When hunger don't enter that person's body for 13 days, let me say their eye don't change color. Then they would say they love everything, Gotta give them small food like that. You can train somebody, call it Stockholm syndrome. Where we say the person will come love a young captor, pass the person who want free hand. It's happened many times in the past. So we say they go kidnap person for years or for a period of time. They kidnap somebody for a period of time. When they want to come free them, you go see say the person where they kidnap go even carry gun. They fight the people where they come free and say, no, I prefer it here. I'm telling you, it can happen. So it's possible say they don't brainwash these babes and not them. They can't use because it makes sense if you think and say, who else is better to use as suicide bomber except somebody that you don't even care about? Some babes where you kidnap. You can't carry and go do suicide bomb. It makes sense. So I'm praying to God. I hope that's not the case, but it is very, very possible. So let's keep following that story, and I'll let you guys know as we continue with the story. However, I'm going to be very honest with you. Talking about this Boko Haram thing with any degree of certainty or accuracy is very, very difficult. I don't even know whether you guys have the same problem I have. If I go on all these news websites, whether my PM news, they will talk something different from Guardian go different from Vanguard. When the army spokesperson come out, come talk, it go they different. Oh, Boko Haram came and took over this military barrack. No, the military, they can collect them from them. Oh, this one mod, that one mod. Boko Haram talk say 16 people mod. Army talk say no be 16 people mod for us. There are only 2 soldiers that ain't mod, but we kill like 40 of them. It's hard. So forgive me if I don't talk that much about Boko Haram and all this like Africa Today Show episode. I can't discern. The one thing I can tell you, though, I say right there for Giwa Barracks, right there for Middle there was a riot kind of thing that happened. Basically, the wives of some soldiers who say they don't call up, say, oh, yo, now on our time to come go fight. The wife say, hey, you can't deploy our husband, though. We don't want them to die. I can't look auntie. You know the work with your husband they do? Is he a cassava farmer? Nah, me is a fighter. Just because Nigeria has been in a state of peace for how many years, not me say me just they relax, just they enjoy yourself. The guy in the army they do it till they fight war. So there's a war going on right now. He's gonna go to the war front. That's it. Yes, you can put him in God's hands and say, please God, make it no model. But guess what? That's the main reason. Not just they wear uniform, they enter car, they pay transport. They say, I'm staff, I don't need to keep. No, he can go enter inside that war, confirm. He has to be deployed. You can't choose it. You can't say, no, my husband. So which person's husband can't go? It's alright, I'll wait. Yeah, that's the work that he's doing. So we appreciate our armed forces and what they're doing, but they have to go and fight. Confirm. Talking about the armed forces deployment and everything else, I just ran across this news and I thought it was very interesting. A PM News in Kenyan. They said recently had the Osun State governor election just happened pretty much like this last 2 weekends, you know, and everything else, and person can win and all that kind of stuff. But what they were pointing out was the fact that we have deployed more security guys, as in more military forces were deployed to Osun State for that election weekend. At 73,000, they said there were more people deployed for Osun State than Boko Haram fighting. And I thought that was very interesting. I was like, damn. For election, they deployed more soldiers, more military, more mopo, more people who are supposed to fight to a certain state that's at peace, so than 3 states. We say that then emergency rule right now. We say that military now they run everything. I was like, wow. Talk about priorities. And you can find out say, wow, that's a state that's being run by APC, and you know PDP won't come collect them. So I was like, is that what we're doing? While I was reading the story, and I remember that you guys know that I went to Kwara State for my brother's graduation. And if you're driving from Lagos to Kwara, because I told my parents, I'm like, look, I'm not flying to Ilorin. I have to drive, so that way I never really penetrate Yoruba land like that. You know, I want to see what's going on in all those Adubo and everything else. So we're driving through, you know, all them places of Foul, Shogbo, Ibadan, and everything else. And let me say this right now, no disrespect, but from now on, I beg. Anybody for this America who go do on internet, go on my Twitter, or on Instagram, talking about, oh, I'm from Oshobo, Oshobo is better than Lagos. If I see you, I'll blow you for truth. I don't, they're going to see them, they're like, oh, IB, Ring Road, challenge till I die. I don't want, look, if you ever open your mouth, compare Ibadan to Lagos, I will injure you, I will cut your neck with my own bare hand. Pieces. Don't ever do that. Don't do that. When I like to do that until when I go Port Harcourt, when I go bury my uncle last year, we say we fly into their airport. We say their airport na canopy. Their airport, they don't even get airport, they don't even get block. Na canopy, then they carry moto, one J5 pickup, come carry, come put our load for. I say any Port Harcourt person we talk about, they come compare themselves with Lagos, I will injure you. Don't ever do that. So all those of our people, Ibadan, Oshogbo, Ile-Ife, and Don't. You're not Lagos. You're not even quarter of Lagos. You're not even half of a glorified village. Okay, that was good. So as I was saying, I really interrupted myself with a different train of thought. As we're driving through, driving through Osun State, coming to notice, I was very impressed. I was like, wow, the roads are very, very good compared to what I've been saying for Lagos about the expressway and everything else. And the roads have can't change when that quarter, so that tells you who's working and who's not working. But basically, the roads were really, really good. And that's the first thing you notice when you're just driving through a place. You can't really say too much about their schools. I don't go there, go interview their teacher. I don't even hear their attack or whether they know ABC. I don't know that. I'm sorry. But basically, I was not seeing all the signs for election. I was like, election. I can't ask the Baba where they drive our bus. Or that second. What's going to happen now? Why don't they do election now? Say, election is this next weekend when they come up. I say, why is election this next weekend? Now, not be next year they do election. The guy can't explain to me, say, no. So what's happened? I said, the former governor in Lola was taken out of office because they said he did not win the election. They did the election in 2007, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and then they can't go court, can't find out, say, no, be him win. Say, now Ralph Aragbeshola, na him win that election. So the court can't say in 2010, after the other guy don't serve 3 years, say, look, my guy, you are wrong. You have to come out, made the real governor step in immediately. So that's how he was not able to come in. So his term started in 2010, and since in our constitution is 4 years for governor, 2010 to 2014, so this is when his tenure ended. So that's a new election. So I was like, wow, so democracy, they work for Nigeria. So first of all, because most governors they don't come out. So that was good. I like that. But then as we're going through, his missionary is going against Aragbeshola. What I thought was very interesting was that as they drive past the missionary guy, I believe he's going with PDP. As they drive past one of their PDP rally points, I don't see one big tanker. I said, why they put tanker for them? Maybe not for the generator. Now the guy will check where the driver. So say, no, maybe the generator. So then they check kerosene. I said, then they check kerosene for who? They said for the people who will vote now. So they got to check kerosene, give them, men use like their stove now. So they go no say, yeah, this guy will take care of us when they come. I said, damn! Koro. Nobody said they hide down. Nobody said that for night and they can't fetch the kerosene. No. Koro during the day. So then I thought, I was like, damn. These people, they know why they vote. I mean, they don't vote just because, say, just voting right. Say, oh, this is something I was supposed to do. Kerosene. Now they give in open daylight and they give them kerosene. I say, damn it, that's crazy to me. And it made me start wondering to myself, like, do Nigerians really understand what democracy really is? I mean, when they look at with the cultural eye, where they use look, say, oh, we don't get new king or person won't become king. Most ain't go take care of us. Because I'll tell you, as I was going through this thought process, my head does go back and forth. Now I can find out what you have for Ekiti. Ekiti State had a similar thing that just happened, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But guess what's in I use? Not the kerosene, I use rice. Rice, now the people where they compete. Fire say they compete against Fire Me. Now rice, now they share to people to show up. Rice. This one, I'm not talking about say they collect one derika. I'm talking about a bag of rice. It might not be a full bag of 64 derika. It might be maybe like one mudu. If you know what one mudu is, that's 32 derika. You understand the measurement if you ever carry that rice. Yeah. So people they carry the rice and they put, and this one not be saying go come. They put them out there. Say yo, they stamp and say yeah, this rice is the PDP rice. I was like damn. This babe talk am now, this Nollywood star, Omotola Jolade Kendi. She come out and say, is it not criminal for you to be sharing rice election weekend to people who go vote? You come stamp am with your own. I mean, I can understand, maybe they hide and they do am, but maybe they do am koro, like say no be anything. I say, well, people need to shop now. Haba. Nigeria too much, yo. And coming to look at it, there's something that they're saying that maybe that rice may have switched things around. Because basically, the two guys really compete for the Ekiti State governorship, Fire Me and Fire Shea. The Fire Me guy, now be the governor, we don't dig down. In don't dig down. No, they do many things, infrastructural, doing all kinds of things, good road, all kinds of things. They change things up, While the Fire Shea guy in a person, we say was a former governor before, but he was taken out, impeached on corruption charges. Confirmed. So now he can't run again. So the guy can't look say, you know what, I can't come at this people and say, oh, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to improve your standard of living. I can't do that. So what can I do? I can tell you that I'm not going to improve the public infrastructure. I'm not going to give you good road. I'm not going to give you electricity. I said I was going to do that before, but I didn't do it. But what I can do is meet you at the point of need today, your stomach infrastructure. What am I going to do? Rice. Now this guy give them. Rice, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, can you imagine that? Iresi, now they can't use Osikapa, now they can't use, can't collect election. The stats that I was looking at, they said, you know, by April, when they did like a poll, between April and June, they did a poll. Basically, 59% of people talking that the present governor ain't gonna win. They say nothing. 59% of them say now ain't gonna win. You know, maybe like 29% talking no, they go vote for the other guy. Then the weekend of the election, I come across and say that one guy, he won by 56%. 56%. Now this guy win. The other guy can collect 39%. Can you imagine? Between how many weeks? You went from 59% to 36%. Can you imagine? Rice. So that begs the question. That's the question for today, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to jump in and say that in the comment section. Please help me out. Do you think that we as Africans, I'm going to generalize and I'm bringing it out to Africans, do you think we understand the concept of democracy, which is that you are going to choose our own leaders? Or do we just look at it as kind of like, you know what, this now the new king, this now our new chief? You know, we're selecting, but we're not necessarily selecting in the realest sense of it. People already, it's already pre-selected. So we're going to show up, chop anything where they want to give us, and put whoever it is that's going to help my stomach today. Because at the end of the day, that's all I'm going to take away from this deal. Do we understand that democracy is supposed to be leadership for the people, by the people? Or is it just kind of like leadership for the people? Kind of chosen by the people, but not necessarily. So guess what? We're going to have to meet our point of need and chop that rice so they will give us that 10 naira, that 20 naira, that school uniform, that's abada. I tell you, my village, any election, women, they happy die for a super local government area of Abia State. Then they happy die during election. Why are they so happy? Because they're going to say they go collect at least, if nothing, 1 or 2 yards of new wrapper where they go tie for their waist. Imagine that. That's what the election is. Governor wife will come out and share material. Take. Come on now. Election. It's all good. Now God help us. So that's the question for today. So you guys should just go ahead and respond to that right down there. Appreciate you guys so much. This past weekend we're in Philly doing work. This next weekend I'm actually going to be in Boston. I'm seeing my boys with Obilo's wedding. He's getting married. A person I don't know from secondary school, so I'm my homeboy. It's going to be amazing. Then on Sunday I'm going to be at DJ Tunes having a more hour. So I will do that for that one. We'll just do it from New York right there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys for supporting this show. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share with your friends and family. Let them know. If you have anything, any news where you want me to talk about, make sure you reach out to me. Twitter, The Fox himself. Instagram, The Fox himself. Facebook.com/AfricaTodayShow. YouTube.com/AfricaTodayShow. Or send an email to us, AfricanComedians@gmail.com. As I talk whenever I end this show, my name is Foxy P. Anything when you die in a vote, and when in doubt, STB. When in doubt, STB. When in doubt, STB. Ginger.